Hi nerds! It's the last week of the month, which means it's time to talk about books. I started the year with the goal to read 50 books, and I wasn't off to a very good start. In the first month, I read one book, so that was bad, very bad. But somehow, over the past week or two, I've managed to almost catch up. I have now read 6 books in 2012. In the past week, I've read 3 books. I finished P.S. I Love You at the beginning of last week. And then I started The Hunger Games while I was waiting in line on Thursday from 10:45 in the morning until I think I finished right around 11 o'clock at night. I read the whole Hunger Games book. I read Crossed by Ali Condi, which is the second book in the Matched series. I don't know how many books she's going to write. I think 3, but who knows. And then I finished that, and I just started reading Fever, which is by Lauren DeStefano, and it's the second book in the Wither trilogy. They're all dystopian books, and I started reading them all right after I read The Hunger Games, and I was really on a dystopian kick, and I still love them, and I'm still, like, ready to dive back into them, I guess. And then, yeah, so I'm reading Fever right now, and I hear that it's very bad, but I'm 50% of the way through, and it took me, like, maybe 3 hours to get that way, and I like where it's going. Wither was originally about, we make so many medical advances that our children kind of get a birth defect where the men only live to be 21 and the women only live to be, I believe, 19. So many women are sold into like sex slavery or kidnapped or forced to be young brides that just basically procreate and then die, wither away, I guess. And the main character gets kidnapped and then placed into like a mansion where they're secretly doing testing on these young girls, these young brides, and she feels trapped, and so she falls in love with one of the assistants in the mansion, and she escapes. And that was basically the first book. And then the second book is now what they're doing after they're escaping. Catherine, Tabitha, what are you guys reading? Let me know. Talk to you next week.